Hello everyone and welcome to Cook and Bake with Samer. Today we're going to do a special cheesecake. We're going to do a pumpkin cheesecake. I'm going to use the pumpkin puree. I'm not going to get the fresh pumpkin and make it into puree, just really for time purposes. But I'm also doing a itty bitty one that's gluten free that I've already done the crust for it. So let's begin. What I have here is 1.5 cups of graham crackers and a quarter cup of sugar. Now the graham crackers, each 3 full sticks equals to half a cup. So I have 9 sticks in here. And if you're doing gluten-free, so you kind of literally some of the ones that I'll show you in a minute. They're also like for each three of them uh, will so a whole pack usually of the gluten-free will make a whole crust. Okay, so let's start. What I need to do is really make these very fine, and I also have here a half a stick of melted butter that I'm going to combine them together, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with the pan as well. There we go. So what I did here is I had it about a minute on low and about 45 seconds on puree. I wanted them to be fine. But also what I have here, I have a parchment paper that I cut in this beautiful circular. And camera crew is really laughing at me. And I know why. Because look at this beautiful circular. Uh, I did it myself. But first, you spray it with the butter or oil. I'm using avocado oil, but with the avocado oil, I have to grab a paper towel and kind of damp it out. But anyway, I sprayed it first, put the parchment paper, and now I'm going to spray it again, including the sides. And I'm going to grab a paper towel and dampen that out. With the avocado oil, if you had just butter, that you won't have that problem. With the avocado oil, it's like it stays even when it's baking. With the butter, it gets absorbed by the crackers. So we have our crackers here. We're going to empty this in here. Put this over there. Okay, so we have our crackers, nice and fine. Again, this is 1.5 cups, 3 sticks per half a cup. We'll get this out of the way. We'll get this out of the way. And as I mentioned here, I have a half a cup or half a stick, 4 tablespoons of melted butter. Yum, yum. This is so it'll bind the crackers together and give it that special flavor. And what we're going to do is just mix the butter and the crackers together. And when you mix it, it might look like, oh, it's a little bit. I'm also going to, I'm like making and not just mixing, but I want those crackers to absorb that butter there. And again, you can press it like this. You could see when I press like this, it just becomes dense and it's not, you might think, oh, when you're mixing it, oh, do I need more butter? Is this too flaky? No, this is just the nature of the whole thing. Look, if you grab it like this, see, it's like you're making a kibbe. Uh, but all right, so now I'm going to uh, spread it in here very quickly. Cheesecakes are really easy to make. We will preheat our oven at 325, bake it for an hour. Open our oven door for 5 seconds and let it stay back in there for another hour. But we will also, while it's cooking, while it's baking, we are going to have it, we'll make a bath for it. So to prevent the top from cracking and drying, just that moisture in there. All right, and when you're pushing it down, you could feel, how uh, the thickness, that it's not thicker here and you don't have lumps and stuff, and you can push them. You see that? Beautiful. There we go. If you want more to go all the way around, then divide the recipe, do another half a cup, try to go around, or even if it's a little more, like 2/3 of the recipe. But this is how it is. You don't need more. And we'll come back. We're going to switch tools. We're going to bring our stand mixer and work on filling for our cheesecake. All right, now that we have our crust ready, and what we're going to do right now is start mixing our filling. Um as I mentioned, we're doing a pumpkin cheesecake, but I'm also doing a little one, but I'm only going to give you the ingredients for the 9-inch pan. So what I already have in here is very important, it needs to be at room temperature. I have 3 sticks of 8-ounce cream cheese, and I also have 1 pound of sour cream, and they're all at room temperature. So what I have them in here, and then what I'm also going to add is a 15-ounce can of pureed. No, nothing is added to it, just pureed uh, pumpkin. And as I mentioned, I did not. One thing is the time, and the other thing is it's just a longer process. It is easy, but it's just easier right now to just get the pureed canned pumpkin, and we're going to start mixing them on low speed. We will then add 4 eggs, 1 egg at a time, until they mix very well. And also, I'm going to need, after we add the eggs, we will add the 1 1/4 cups of sugar. And I'm also going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract and 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. So we'll work on all those. And let's start mixing this on low. And then for until they mix well, then I start with the eggs. All right, here we go. Are you able to zoom in? Yeah. See how when they're at room temperature, how they mix really easy, really well, very quickly. I'm gonna move it to speed 2 right now, just so I could. Uh, very nice, very nice. Here we go. We'll put it back on speed 1. I know I have the scraper here to scrape them and everything, but they're mixed pretty good. It's about a couple minutes, and then we can start adding the eggs one at a time. And you see here I have 5 eggs, but really we only need 4. You only need 4, but because I'm making another little one, I'm kind of adding some ingredients quarter, some ingredients third, just playing with the ingredients to make sure we have enough for our small cheesecake. All right, let's stop our friend over here. Has it been 2 minutes? Don't know? Oh my, the timer. Oh, no, it's no, it's been 2. Here, it's easier when I put it down. So let's put 1 egg in here, and Let it mix on low again, just so it mixes well. Very nice. After I put a couple eggs, then I think I'm gonna scrape it and then add more. And then at the end, you'll see we need to scrape on the bottom to make sure that because the cream cheese is a little heavier, the steak goes down to the bottom. This is nice. This is nice. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to add the rest of the eggs, mix them. Then we'll come back when we're adding the sugar. So for each egg, it's about 30 seconds when you're really mixing it. Then afterwards, where all the eggs are in, I mix it for about 2 minutes more on speed 2, and to make sure everything's mixed well. Then we're going to turn it off. Let me move this a little bit here. There we go. And then we're going to add 1¼ cup of sugar. And again, you're going to see technically, I would have added this, and then out of friend, the 1/4 cup here. There it is. So I really need to add about 1/3 more. I'd like to add. There we go. Here's 1/3. We'll just eyeball it. And let's get it up here. We'll mix them, and then we have the cornstarch ready, and we have our vanilla extract getting ready over here. And let's mix it a couple minutes. It's quick, it's easy. Then after I add the vanilla extract and mix them, I'll scrape it again from the bottom, make sure everything is going in well. And this is looking good. Now after the 2 minutes, the sugar has mixed well, and I need to add, I want to move this, I need to add the cornstarch. There we go. As I mentioned, the 3 tablespoons. So be careful when we add the cornstarch, and then we turn the machine on. We have to be very careful because cornstarch is very light and it could fly. And the reason also we put 1 egg at a time is to make sure everything is incorporated well. We don't want the egg to be broken or have one part of have a lump or something in there with an egg hiding somewhere. We just want it to all be good. Yeah, let's start it on low. Looking good. I'll scrape it anyway. There. I'm gonna go ahead and add the vanilla extract here. As we mentioned, 2 teaspoons. I know I'm using the different measuring device, but it's okay. Remember, we're adding extra because of the little one that's sitting over there. All right, let's continue. I'm going to mix it for about a minute right now. Then I'm going to scrape it and mix it for a couple more. And then we'll put them in the oven. We're going to put them in a bath and put them in the oven and let them cook. See how easy it is to make this pumpkin cheesecake? As I mentioned before, we're going to be putting our pumpkin cheesecake in a bath while it's cooking to prevent the top from cracking. But we need to prevent the water from going in. So what I'm doing, what I have here is some heavy duty uh, aluminum foil. I'm gonna cut it a little bit bigger. And I do it before it's easier if you do it before you put the stuff inside, the filling and all that. So I'm going to do is make it on the bigger side. You see what I'm doing here? I'm just wrapping it in. Here you go, that's all I'm doing. And the hot bath will help uh, keeping it warm right away when it starts cooking. So here we go. See how easy it is? It's so easy to make the cheesecake. And this is the pumpkin cheesecake. So we're going to pour our filling in this. Yum, yum, yum. Look at that. So good. It's going to be ready for tomorrow. Not for tonight, but there we go. Scrape it in, scrape it all in there. We already scraped this, put some stuff in the little one, and we'll show you also. We'll eat it together, because this one will be going bye-bye. We can't cut it over here. So just scrape this thing too. All right. Here's our pan and our other pan where we're going to put this in there. Beautiful. Look at that beautiful color here. And I want to quickly just wipe this here so I don't get the filling on the stove. All right, so we have this here. We're going to take it over to the oven. Then we're going to pour the water while it's the oven is already, as I said, it's preheated at 325. And here we go. Move it carefully, slowly. Again, we're going to bake it for an hour. And after an hour, we open the oven for 5 seconds and put it in there for another hour. I'm going to put about ½ inch of water in here. Let's see here. I'll scientifically measure it for you guys. As usual, you know, it's and don't put your finger in there because I put hot water, so everything will start. It'll help it again with the cooking and everything. So that's it. Let's close the door. Push our friend in there and set the timer for 60 minutes. And we'll be back. Don't forget to subscribe. Tell your friends and try it. Try the cheesecake like this with the pumpkin puree. It's so delicious. Even if you think, oh, I might not like pumpkins and things like this is different. Once you have this, you'll change your mind about a pumpkin cheesecake. And I've also made pumpkin pie. Yum, yum, yum. All right. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Our timer went off. Look at this beautiful pumpkin cheesecake. And it's sitting in its own bath. All right, so what we're going to do here, we've had it open for 5 seconds. We're going to close it and set the timer for another 60 seconds. And then we can take it out. It's all set. We turned the oven off already as well. Oh my, it's 60 minutes and not 60 seconds. So here's our pumpkin cheesecake. I'm going to be taking it out from the foil and set it here on this rack. I put a paper towel to absorb any of the oil possibly from the bottom of the pan. Just be careful when you're removing the aluminum foil. You know, you don't want to open the spring right now. So I'm going to take it out, lift it, put it here. I want it to cool down a little bit before I undo it, undo the spring, and then set it in the fridge overnight. And don't forget to subscribe. And thank you for watching. Bye-bye. Okay, The little one is done, and let's have ourselves a taste. As I said, the big one we're not able to. So you put it in the fridge overnight. You can't try until the next day. Sometimes you change your clothes, sometimes you keep them on, depending on the weather. But but anyway, so let's here take a little piece. Oh, this feels so creamy. Oh, the crust is nice, nice and a little crunchy there. Oh, yum, yum, yum. Let's try it here. Oh, I love it. Look at that. Looking at it, it looks like you're having like a pumpkin or mango ice cream or something. Mm. This is so good. Um, I did not add any like spice in there with the pumpkin. If you wanted to, you could, but I wanted to keep it like this as for the cheesecake. I know when I'm making pumpkin pie, I add some little spices, some cinnamon, and other things like this. Uh, would you like to have some? Would you like to try some? Oh, okay, okay, all right. I'll be nice today. I don't want to get in trouble either. So here you go. So yeah, the camera crew can also try it, not just me. They like. Oh, they said they're really creamy and they really like it. Excellent, excellent. Maybe I'll try another piece here, huh? What do you think? I think I should. This is beautiful. It's so tasty. You have to try it and let me know how it turns out. Tell your family, your friends, have them look it up, have them try it, and practice in case you're having any get-togethers. You can have do one, eat it all. Well, not all in one night, and but then it's so good you might. And then you can go and take it as a surprise at any get together you might be having. This is so beautiful, so delicious, so creamy and tasty. And don't forget to subscribe, share with your family and friends. And it's always good to hear from you. And thank you again for all of our new subscribers that are requesting a lot of things from me, just like this pumpkin cheesecake. You take care. Bye bye.